Hey guys, what is up? It is No Help and welcome back to another video today. If you guys like the video, make sure to go ahead and smash the like button. Today is going to be an interesting topic video, so it's gonna not relate to a lot of people, and I know a lot of people are not going to want this in the game, and I'm not even saying I am, so just at the very start of this, it's just a discussion. I don't particularly want this in the game. I mean, I can see it happening in the future, but I think there's a lot more stuff that they should add to this game before they think of something like this, but it's definitely worth talking about. So today I'm going to be talking about the 120 capes for skills. Now, post XP past 99, a lot of players don't tend to do unless it's a skill they really enjoy or they really like going for ranks. Now, me personally, I really like training Slayer, and I can definitely see myself going for a lot of post experience in Slayer, even though, like I said, there's no reward for it. Besides, I guess you get a lot of money from Slayer. But for another skill, for example, for construction, say you just loved training construction. I don't know who you are, but say you loved training construction and you wanted to get it to the max XP, or at least the level 120, 104 million XP kind of goal. You wouldn't be rewarded for this besides the ranks and stuff like that, right? But if they had something like 120 capes that were just purely cosmetic, or even had the same, like, you know, effect that the regular skill capes did, they were just a cosmetic, like, override kind of thing that you can go ahead and do. Like a regular skill cape, right? You typically don't wear that because you'd wear something like the Infernal cape or the Fire cape, but, you know, if you want to go ahead and wear your skill capes, you can. I think this would be really cool for the game because it would give a lot of the end game players something else to go for, right? And it would also mean that the entire RuneScape economy needs all these items again, right? Because people that have already got 99 cooking, they don't need as much raw fish, right? But if we had the 120 capes in the game, tons more people would be needing the raw fish and the price of them would go up, right? So I'm going to show you guys what they look like on the RuneScape Wiki quickly. This is the RuneScape 3 version of them, but we could get something similar in old school. Okay, so this is the wiki for the thing, and it basically says the master cape of accomplishment is a master cape of accomplishment is those for getting 120 in a skill, and it resembles pretty much what it is. Now, in RuneScape 3, there are their own types of skills that do have content past 99, but we're not going to focus on that. But you would need 104,273,000 experience in order to get the level 120, and they have this like glowing little particle effect. I just think they really do look really cool, and I would love to see something like this be added to old school. I also really like how they have the hood kind of into the cape. In RuneScape 3 as well, they added, so you can add the skill cape hoods to the regular skill capes and just have the hood on the back. I think old school should get that. I just think it looks very clean and very nice. Okay, so we're just going to go down the list here. Just take a look at how beautiful these look. And even with RuneScape 3, only 14,000 people have achieved level 120 in agility, which is nuts. But they look just absolutely crazy. Alright, so I got it really zoomed in now so you can take a look at all of the capes. So this would be the 120 agility cape. This is archaeology. We don't have this in RuneScape, old school RuneScape. The attack one, we have the constitution one, which is cool with the little red trim there at the bottom. The construction one looks beautiful. The cooking one looks really cool as well. The crafting one obviously looks insane. They pretty much just look like their other capes. The defense one has the nice white particle trim there. This is a RuneScape 3 skill, Look at farming, man. That just looks so clean. If we did get these in the game, I would definitely go for farming. I just think this one looks crazy. Fire making even looks pretty good. That'd be the Winter Todd cape if we had that. Fishing looks cool too. And is that it? Oh, no, we got fletching. Fletching looks kind of average. Holy shit, scrolling down a bit more here. Herblore, Hunter looks awesome with that dark black. That's a RuneScape 3 skill. Magic is cool with the little blue trim at the bottom. Mining I actually got on RuneScape 3. One of my favorite capes and items of all time. Prayer. Goddamn, prayer looks good. Range. We have rune crafting looking beautiful. Slayer looking beautiful. Smithing. I was a big fan of the strength 120 cape for some reason. I just think it looks 10 times better than the original skill cape. And then this RuneScape 3 skill. Thieving is another one that I got back in the day. Looking clean. I loved the black particle trim there. We have wood cutting. And then this is a RuneScape 3 one as well. And that's kind of like what they looked like in game. I personally think they look really cool, and I would never be the type of person or even have enough time to go for even one of them, let alone all of them. But maybe eventually over a long period of time, you could go for one of them, and it would be something cool and something to actually reward players for going past the 99 level in a skill. I can see a lot of people going for Slayer or even some of the combat ones with things like the Nightmare Zone, right? I know tons of people as well, they go for post, or they do have to go for post XP for the pet if they really want the pet in a certain skill, right? And you get 60 million XP until you get the pet, say you go pretty dry. If you really think about it, another 30, 40 million XP from there, you could go ahead and get the 120 Master Cape of Accomplishment. Very, very cool idea. It wouldn't be game changing or game breaking or anything like that. It would just be something cool and extra players could go for, right? Now, I'm going to say this from a point of view of somebody who used to actually play RuneScape 3. When the 120 capes came out, it actually made me do post XP, right? I really wanted one of those capes, and one of them I got was mining. Why would I have ever went for post XP in something like mining? Do you know what I mean? I can see like Slayer, like I said, or farming, things that you would just typically do a lot, or combat or something like that. But something like mining, why would anyone in their right mind go for post experience in something like mining or agility or whatever it might be, right? It's because these capes were just beautiful. It was like back in 2000 and whatever year skill capes were actually released, and you would see somebody walking around with the skill cape, and you'd actually walk up to them and be like, oh my god, bro, nice cape. That's kind of how it was on RuneScape 3 when those came out, right? Tons of people back then, I remember because I was there, a lot of people would just come up and, oh, a nice 120 cape, man, and it was an actual really good achievement that you could go for. I know a lot of people will say no just because it reminds them too much of RS3. I've even had a couple comments recently about talking about updates where people say, you seem like you like RS3 better, go play RS3. I don't like RS3 better, or I would be playing RS3, some of the updates that RuneScape 3 had, or even pre-EOC had, were really cool, and I'd love to see some of them be added to old school. I wouldn't want ones that were like very overpowered, like something like the money pouch, we do not need that. Something like the tool belt, we do not need that, but the nice cosmetic or graphical changes, or just, quality of life updates, I don't understand why we don't have, or even just methods that were not stupidly overpowered to go ahead and do, like something like choking Ivy. Why don't we have that on old school RuneScape? Do you know what I mean? Just random updates like that, I just would love to see in this game. Now, a lot of my friends, even the friends, like I have a couple friends that play RuneScape 3, and then I have most of my friends obviously play old school RuneScape, and even the ones that play old school RuneScape, they say that the 120 capes are beautiful, and it would be nice to have an old school RuneScape, even if you weren't the type to ever go for them. Just to see another player walk by with a 120 cape would be awesome. I really think that we need something like this in the game, and if you can't do that, JX, just add the regular skill capes where you can add the hood to the back. That looked awesome. The reason I like the hood on the back of the skill cape is, you go and buy a skill cape, a lot of players actually just drop the hood or don't use the hood, right? Because it takes up a head slot, doesn't give you any bonuses or anything like that. I personally really like the skill cape hoods, and I think they look really cool, but I can't wear them because they don't give you any bonuses, right? I can wear them while I'm AFK skilling at a bank, but I think if we had the option to just put the hood on the back and you just see the little hood kind of like on the back of the skill cape, it just looks so incredibly good. Like, I can't get over how good that looks. That's just something that I'm talking about with these like updates, where I just don't understand why that's not an option. If you didn't want to have it, you don't have to add the hood. That's the type of updates that I would really like to go ahead and see in old school RuneScape. I know I've been asking for multiple years now for JX to make a completionist cape, and I don't know about 120 capes, but I just don't see a problem with them, or even something like a comp cape being added to game. Just extra content, right, that players could go ahead and do, and it's serving the high level community. Most of the high level community these days gets one update every 2 to 3 years, whether that be a Grandmaster quest or something like raids, a new raid comes out, right? There's not a lot of content that the maxed kind of players, or the high level, I should say, players can do. And if they added something like 120 capes, right, or something like a completionist cape, that would give us a lot of content to go ahead and do until you make the next big raid or the next master quest or something like that. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Let me know down in the comments below if you would want 120 capes in the game, and if not, why. Thank you guys, and I will catch you in the next one. See ya later.